Okay, kids, Ms.Sandali is here, so let's begin. Good evening, Ms. Sandali.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Yes, so guys, we'll begin. So first, I would like to introduce Ms.Sandali Kumarasinghe, who is a young Sri Lankan space enthusiast, and she is currently studying aerospace engineering, which is really cool. And all of you all here are also looking forward to do aerospace engineering in future. So Ms. Sandali will be talking about the significance of STEM education and the tips to becoming an astronaut. And in order for this webinar to be a success, I also should thank Ms. Wendy for organizing this event. So thank you very much for that. And Ms. Sandali, thank you very much for accepting our invitation and joining us to inspire these kids about STEM education and how to become an astronaut. So, and before we start, I would like to apologize. Many of our students are currently facing a power cut, as well as me. So sorry about the cameras being switched off. I really apologize for that. And we'll get started. So once we finish the presentation, there'll be a question and answer session where the students will be able to ask their questions. So Ms. Sandali, over to you.
So, hello everyone. I think many of the, as Mr. Sabir mentioned, many of the people are. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, please use the reaction of the raise hand option and let me know so that I can be assured. Yeah, right. Okay. So let's get started. I just want to make sure if you can see the screen. If you can see the screen, please raise your hand or use the raise hand option so that I can. Okay, great. So thank you for the warm welcome and thank you for your invitation. And so let's get started. So I'm here to talk about the significance of STEM education and since to becoming an astronaut. So let's move on to the next slide. So first of all, I would like to give a brief introduction about myself because I think most of the students here might not be familiar about me or the things that I do. So my name is Sandali Kumarasinghe, and I'm an undergraduate student. So for high school, I went to Anla Vidyalaya in Nugegoda, and then I studied at the Broward College for my associate degree, and then I'm willing to transfer to another university by the year 2023 to continue the rest of my years. And I'll be sharing, like, I was able to get some amazing opportunities or experiences during the past few years. So Space Camp was one of the major events in my life. I was able to go to the Space Camp. I was able to go to the Space Camp in 2019. I won a scholarship from the US Space and Rocket Center from leadership category. So I was able to take part in the Space Camp. So here is me with an astronaut. And I would like to share a small video on Space Camp so that you can get a knowledge, an idea how Space Camp actually works.
If you could excuse me, Ms. Sandali, I just want to confirm if you are audible for the kids.
Yes, 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 yes.
Students, is Ms. Sandali audible? Can you guys hear her?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's perfect.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So thank you, Ms. Sandali. You can proceed.
Yeah,
Yes, sir, but low voice.
right. So I'll use my okay. How about now? I actually removed my headphones. I think this
Now
would be
better.
right? So can you hear now? Now better. Yeah, right. So yeah, I will show you a small video about space camp so that you can get a better idea what I got to do during this event. So let me know if you can hear the sound of this video.
Space Camp
So
is
is it? So can you hear the sound or?
I can hear Miss.
Yeah, right.
I can hear.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, right. Okay.
Space Camp is a camp where you train as astronauts train, where you learn space history, you learn about NASA and the International Space Community's future missions, and you get to take part in missions in a simulated space environment. It is the closest you can get to outer space without leaving the planet. Leaving the planet.
So Space Camp is an immersive experience. It's a way to really get in here, to put away the outside world and act like you are part of NASA. That moment when I realized that, yeah, I think I really do want to go to space was on day one, probably 30 minutes in, when we were talking to Dr. Don Thomas, who's been to space, and his experience.
In the orbiter, this is where it gets super exciting. There's only 4 positions, so we're not going to fight over this. We have the commander. They will actually be in charge of the crew, but they will actually be landing the orbiter, okay? It's not just some like cool little screen that lands. No, you actually land it.
The Alpha mission was a 2-hour training that we do later in the day.
You'll be in spacesuits.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
This is like a prep to what we're actually going to do.
This is your training.
I was an EVA specialist, which was an extravehicular activity specialist, which means when the astronaut goes out of their module or their pod in open space.
Stand on the bar. Now you're looking for instrument panel A.
Got it.
Instrument bay A. That's panel A.
Panel A.
I think we're going to instrument bay A. All right, that's fine. You took the long way.
Oh.
That's B.
I can go back the other
You
way.
can go the other way.
We were replacing antennas and doing some maintenance on one of the big satellites. My arms aren't long enough.
Oh my.
Got it. They put me on a pulley system that made me feel like it was zero gravity, and I had to make my way kind of across the mission area to grab the antenna and to give it to my partner for the satellite.
Stand by.
Capcom Enterprise, come in. Okay, I need you to locate panel L1.
Whoa, what are you doing? Stop it, stop it, stop it. To the right. Calm, calm. To the right. To the right. To the right. Okay. Hard right turn. Hard right. Okay, so we're going off the runway because of how fast we were, but somehow magically we landed in the center of the runway, but we just went off of it because of how fast we were coming in.
It's at that moment that I realized it's not just about the astronaut, it's not just about the human that's being sent into space. There's this huge, huge support team behind that individual that makes everything come together. Right after lunch, we did the multi-access trainer. It was built in the 60s to basically train astronauts to help correct a spin. So as they're re-entering the atmosphere, if their module gets into a and understand the feeling of that spin and do things to correct that.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I notice you've already pointed out in your book at the date that is on your little book. It is June 19th, 2044. This is a futuristic mission. We are
Open to all.
So what y'all are going to be doing, you are in control of sending the first crew to Mars. You are sending your Orion capsule. They will be setting up the Mars Elysium base that we have already sent. So in here, you are in control of everyone else, just like in the other mission control. FAO, your job is you're going to be dealing with a lot of the press, a lot of the numbers. So you're going to be like Fido, and you're also going to be dealing with the press releases. This mission is a little bit different. We have the same kind of scripts, about the same thing. However, we're going to have capsule anomalies, just like you had in your shuttle, but we also throw 2 more. We have a thinking anomaly, and we have things called medical anomalies. If we do this the right way, and we all work together, it should be constructive chaos.
Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Orion Commander, you can begin your physical eval. Pilot, please proceed to ATM press control.
So in our training, we trained for all of the things that were in the textbooks and in our manuals, and we knew what we were going to do, and we knew which time we had to do it, and we left the training feeling pretty confident that we could do this. What we didn't know is that they were going to throw these anomalies.
EVA2.
Uranus, do you copy?
There appears
All
to
right,
be
can
a
you,
station
is
fire.
there an
Please
extinguisher?
proceed carefully, and I'll monitor your condition to be back.
Okay.
Okay. 10 being bad, 1 being very good. What do you feel right now?
I think I
All right, so you feel a little better with
I'm
time?
having a heart attack.
Start coughing. So much blood.
Locating an AED.
He's coughing up blood. It probably has to do with them.
What is your additional alert?
This is from CMO.
Not every mission goes off exactly how it's supposed to, and so these astronauts are problem solvers.
He's breathing, but he's out cold. So we've cleaned up the water that he slipped on. We're just waiting advice on how to remedy.
I'm thinking of they could enter the moon. Or no, that's 5 seconds.
Next task is to prepare for splashdown.
Oh dang, that's what.
Here goes.
Copy that.
Align that one wheel in the front, so it's
This has been eye-opening. You know, I think that when you go into space camp, you think, oh, I'm going to learn so much, I'm going to do so much, I'm going to have all these experiences, I'm going to meet. It was not life or death, but there's still this incredible camaraderie.
And stimulating that curiosity of what comes next, what comes next.
New York.
Right. So that's it. That's it about the space camp. So I was able to get a similar experience at the space camp. Unfortunately, I don't have the footages because most of the students aren't allowed to record everything that is taking place. So the next, the big achievement that I was able to do or achieve was taking part at the Dear Moon project and being shortlisted as one of their contestants. So this is another small video. I would just skip around so that you don't have to really spend time on watching the whole video.
Ms.Sandaliです。ディアムーン、今年の3月にですね、世界中から8人、どなたかお連れしますよということで公募をかけさせてもらいました。249の国と地域、つまり全ての国、全ての地域から数にして100万人の方々から、実はご応募いただきました。ほぼ最終選考まで今来ております。で、どんな選考してるかっていうと、宇宙で実際皆さん何やりたいんですかっていうのを動画で送ってくださいっていう形で皆さんから集めてます。その動画があんまりにも素晴らしかったんでですね、今日は何人か許可をいただいた方の中からどのぐらい皆さんが宇宙に情熱を燃やしているか、どのぐらいパッションがあるかっていうのを共有させていただきたいと思います。はい、早速動画をどうぞ。
My name is Merritt Moore, and I'm a professional ballet dancer at Oxford with a PhD in atomic and laser physics. What draws me specifically to the Dear Moon project is the convergence of artistic and scientific disciplines, which I believe can lead to incredible breakthroughs dancing around the moon.
My name is Astra Suarez, and I am a two-time Pulitzer Prize-winning photographer. I want to keep learning. I want to keep exploring. I want to keep sharing. I want to help us inspire us. The Earth rises over the horizon. And that is what the Dear Moon Project is all about.
I'm an Olympic gold medalist, the 2014 Olympics in Sochi, Russia. So to get the opportunity to be a part of the Dear Moon team is unbelievable, out of this world, literally.
By participating in Dear Moon, I will be able to pass on my passion for artistic sports, Starship to the Moon.
My name is Avery Singer. I'm in the collections of the Museum of Modern Art, the Tate, and the Guggenheim. I would be very curious to see what color looks like. What are the cosmos?
Places I've never been to, especially the places that no other DJs have played, were the places I wanted to go to the most. But the one place that I've never been to and I cannot go to without your help is, of course, the moon. And be the first DJ to be up there on the moon with you is the greatest dream come true ever.
For my generation to realize that we are able to make accomplishments at a young age and change the world.
I am the first LGBTQ Goodwill Ambassador of the European Parliament, also on our trip.
India, Indonesia, Nigeria, or Hong.
Since I was a kid, I was passionate about space science, but I never wanted to go to space. Until I went to space camp and life was never the same. I gained recognition and it made me spread awareness in my country. If a girl from a country like mine can even dare to try, who else can?
And I'm doing everything I physically can to bring this exciting stuff to the world. But there's still one thing I could do. Get inside the rocket.
My name is Kareem, and this is my story on planet Earth.
To give a voice.
Family.
And future astronaut.
I'll be there.
Rhiannon and Adam.
And I will be your flight engineer.
Innovation to the world through art and science.
Photographer and an artist.
To inspire all women.
I'm a photographer based in Japan.
to see all of its beauty. This is Dushan Kumar Joshi.
That's a responsibility I'd love to take on.
So yeah, that's it about
Can
the
achieve
DMO
if we
project.
work
So
together.
there
Just
were
great.
Olympic athletes, were famous musicians, um, so many incredible personalities, and I was able to be part of that project. So yeah, that was one of the major events in my life. Uh, Apart from that, I share my experiences and knowledge with the community. So here are some of the pictures that I was able to take during those events. Um, so yeah, right now let's get started and let's dive into our first topic, which is the significance of STEM education. So let's talk about STEM. So have you heard the word STEM before? If you have, can you use the raise hand option so that I can know that you, okay, that is very cool, right? So STEM is an acronym. So acronym is like a short form of an extended term. So STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So this is STEM is a combined field where we talk about all of these aspects. So first, why STEM? So why is STEM so important? Why do we always talk about STEM? So STEM helps us develop transformative skill sets and meeting global work demands and also STEM related inventions. So I just want you to look around and just look around your room. So you might be able to see that you might be able to realize that almost each one of those um, things in your environment or is is really connected to the STEM, or it is a discovery or innovation uh, because of STEM. So, for example, the media that the way we are communicating right now, the virtual media, the Zoom, the laptops, the phones, all of these are inventions of STEM, the technology. So it is very much connected to us. So basically, STEM is about uh, solving the problems, the challenges, the day-to-day activities that we have. Either we are going to solve the challenges we have, or we are going to make our life easier by analyzing problems that we have. So as STEM professionals, as STEM educators, we can get together and arrive at fruitful and effective solutions. Okay. So another example I want to talk about is the coronavirus. So I think most of us face this situation, and I think everybody can remember the situation of being quarantined and not being able to go out of your rooms or your house due to the coronavirus. So at that period, so we all faced this situation in the past 2 years. So at that time, everybody was looking for the solutions, how they can survive during this pandemic, right? So everybody was turning to doctors and the scientists, right? So the doctors, so whenever we uh, get infected, we will go to a doctor so that we can cure this disease, right? So even more than that, in order to help preventing the outbreak of the virus, the pandemic, we needed to create effective solutions. The solution was creation of a vaccine. So fortunately, many of the many of the scientists were able to create several vaccines. So as a result, right now we are surviving. We are being able to live a normal, at least comparatively normal life because of that innovation, because of that discovery. So all of these are really connected to the STEM field. Another one is I would like to mention is that Apollo mission. So Apollo mission it took place in 1960. So during that mission, their main goal was to go to the moon to land the first human on the surface of the moon. But as a result of the of the moon, the Apollo project, they were able to discover many other things which were not even part of the mission. So, for purifiers. So, this is not the exact image of the water purifier they were able to discover during this. I just wanted to use this image so that we can get a better idea. So, they actually invented such things, the mask, so many things. They were not even part of the missions. They were not looking for discovering about these things, but they were the bigger goal, the destination was going to the moon. But so this is the importance of STEM. This is the beauty of STEM. Even if we are working for one destination or one challenge, we could actually discover many other fruitful things in this whole way while we are progressing towards our end goal. So this is why STEM is very important, and we are almost connected with the innovations or the things related to STEM. Why it is important for us to get involved in STEM at a young age? Because when we are young, it is more easier for us to absorb a concept. For example, at this age, I think most of the students here are between the ages of, I guess, 10 to 15. Is it, Mr. Sabri? Most of the students are between that. Sabir, is it so most of the students are between that age, right? The 5 to, so yeah. I hope as far as I know, most of the students. Hi. Hi, Mr. Sabi. I just wanted to confirm with the students are between the ages of 10 to 15. Yes. Hello. So yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Ms. Sandali.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Thank you. So if you say that you'll understand, even though you wouldn't understand it right now, when you get older, when you get mature, you would understand that when you get to learn things at a young age, you will absorb it in a more effective manner rather than learning it in your latter part of your life. So when you are introduced to STEM sciences, it improves the creativity in students. So they will, look at the world differently. They will try to look at something in a different way than that of the scientists or the adults. And also it will improve students in inquisitive mindset. They will be more curious about things around them. They will try to question everything. They will try to find answers. They will try to look at things in a different manner. And also this will encourage students to students to think logically, and then to think, encourage their critical thinking. And also they will become better leaders, or they will get the opportunity to increase their team working skills. So for example, if we give a certain challenge or a certain problem to a group of young students or young kids, they would just look at this problem in a different way. If I give you a small question or a small challenge, let's say if I ask you to create, let's say a design, a moon colony or something like that, you would just have so many creative ideas, which might not be practically possible, but it would be something so amazing and so creative. So this is why we really need to people to get involved in STEM at a young age. Like I mentioned, this will allow students to become better leaders and decision makers in the future. So STEM is not something you can do alone. You can do it alone, but as a whole, when you have huge challenges or problems to solve, we always get together and work in teams. So students will get the opportunity to get the idea of networking with people, to about collaborating with different groups. So it is very important to learn those aspects at a young age. So like I said, that will empower critical thinking skills and also even boost their curiosity. Right. Right. Okay. Can you see the slide? I think I'm having a bit of a internet problem here. Okay.
Yeah,
Now
I
you
can see the
I'm-
slide where you are showing why. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now it's
how
good.
can you? Yeah. Thank you. So how can you get involved in STEM as a student? So I think you can get involved in STEM by education. So even though you are not aware, you are indirectly being involved in STEM because you learn sciences or environmental studies at your school, and here at this institution learn about astronomy, the space sciences. So that is another way you can get involved in one of the ways which you can get involved in STEM. And another way, books and YouTube, all of those online platforms and books are great source which you can get involved in STEM, but it's more of like learning new things so that you can, when you get together as a team, you can share those knowledge. And the next point is student clubs on STEM. So in Sri Lanka or in your local community, you can get involved in a student club. So it is important, or it will get you that it is a different, let's say, working with peers who are having the same set of mindset and same set of goals will help you to improve your own ideas as well. It will, you'll get to exchange your ideas with the community, and also the international organizations such as the Mars Generation. So it will get you more exposure when you involve in an international organization, because within the local community you will be limited to certain, you will only get to know about certain things. But if you get involved in an international organization or a program or a project, you will get to know about more things or more discoveries or more idea, more mindsets. Also, there are certain contests, hackathons, and projects and nonprofit organizations happening internationally, which you can get involved. For example, the NASA Space Apps Challenge, you can get involved, and you can work with several people, and you can solve science STEM related problems. And the next point is by reaching out to a mentor or a teacher. So in your school or at your home, if you don't have enough facilities to get involved in STEM, in your local community, you can reach out to a teacher at your school, or even a mentor at this institution, so that you can get the necessary guidance how you can progress in STEM, how you can create your own identity in this field. So I will share my personal experience with STEM. So I was a curious child, so I used to read books. I used to do experiments at home. For example, I used to have a pet tadpole, which is very weird. I used to have a tadpole because I wanted to see the process for the metamorphosis. So I used to have a frog when I was a child. And then without even knowing, I was involved in the STEM field because I was doing my own experiments. I was taking part in competitions. I was observing through my microscope and telescope, so stuff like that. And then gradually, when I was in high school, when I was in college, I get the opportunity. I've reached out for opportunities to expand my knowledge and also create professional connections with people, and also to achieve things. Right now I work and collaborate with STEM professionals to expand my knowledge. And not only that, when we are working with the broader community or wide community, international community, we just get to learn about different perspectives, different ways to look at things. So you get to look differently when you work with different people with different diversity or different mindsets. And the next point is I learn and I share my knowledge so we can get more kids interested and involved in STEM. And learning never really ends. You can, even if you are 5 years old, 10 years old, 50, you can still get involved in a field that you are very passionate, and you can really learn, and you can get involved in so many projects around the world and within your community. So I will share a small video summarizing all the things that I talked so far. I'm sorry, I'm actually going through a bit of a technological problem. Yeah. So okay. Let's watch the video at the end of this session, because it is still due to the internet connection problem. I just can't play the video right now. So let's move on to the next part of this presentation. So can I know whether anyone is dreaming of going to space or becoming an astronaut in the future?
I want to be an astronaut. Me too. I also want to be an astronaut. I have dreamed to be an astronaut.
Right. Good. So yeah.
Mrs. Sandali, I did not like to be an astronaut. I like to be a UFO investigator.
Sorry, UFO investigator, is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, it's different.
Excuse me, ma'am. One day, I also have dreamed of going to the Area 51 and becoming there.
So you have been to the Area 51, is it? Or you want to go to the Area 51?
Yes, I want to be working there so I can see the things that others haven't seen.
Okay, great. That is cool. So yeah, I guess you're very passionate about UFOs and aliens, is it?
And also space.
Right. Yeah. So okay, let's talk. Let's get into the topic, and let's talk how you can become an astronaut if you dream of going to the space or becoming an astronaut. Let's talk about that. Okay, so is it possible to go to space? So the question is it possible to go to space as a Sri Lankan or as an international student? Okay, so if you look at this picture, this is one of the astronaut graduation ceremonies of NASA, and here are some of the logos of space agencies all around the world: the ISRO, Canadian Space Agency, the Japanese Space Agency. So the point is, most of the countries, or at least let's say, many of these countries have their own astronaut program. So these countries have their own space agencies. The aerospace and the space agencies are more connected to the government of their country and their defense ministry. So it is a very how to say this. So it is a very it is only restricted, or it is only restricted to the citizens of their own country. It is only a place which most of the citizens get to work. So if you take NASA, it is not easy to get into NASA as an international because they have requirements. So as an international, or as a Sri Lankan, we don't have a space agency, or we don't have an international space agency which would recruit us or which would train us to become astronauts. So it seems like an impossible way to become an astronaut as a Sri Lankan, because they don't allow the institutions like NASA or JAXA, ISRO, they don't allow other nationalities to get involved in the astronaut selection program. So the big question is it actually possible for us to become astronauts? So I would like to say that the opportunities for an international to become astronauts are way lesser than that of a person who is from a country which has its own space agency. When they have a space agency, they could apply for the space agency, and they will go through the selection process, they will go through the training process. But for us, we don't have a space agency. We can't just say that we want to become astronauts, we want to go to space, and then wait somebody to hire us, because that's not how it works. We really need a space agency, a place to create or build our rocket and send us to space. So the opportunities for us are way less when it's compared to the people with a space agency. So for example, this is astronaut Chris Hadfield. He's a NASA astronaut. He's from the Canadian Space Agency. So most of the astronauts that we know are from such countries. So is it impossible? Even though the chances are very less, it is not impossible thanks to some of the existing organizations and contests. So I think there was a small lag, so I would just like to repeat this slide. So is it actually impossible to go to space? Even though the chances are less, it is not completely impossible. There can be some opportunities which will get an international or a Sri Lankan to space. So what are such organizations or contests? So Space for Humanity is one of the organizations, Space Hero Insider, and the Inspiration 4 mission was launched in 2021. It actually carried 4 humans to the space. It was a part of, they were selected from a selection process, so they were not they have not been to the space in the traditional way. So that was like a runway breaking moment. And also there was a Virgin Galactic and Omaze giveaway that happened in 2021. They randomly selected the person. And also the next example was the Project Dear Moon. the project that I was able to take part. So Dear Moon is also a contest which sends a human to the moon. So it is not impossible, but there are only few such organizations or contests. So does this mean anybody can go to space? The question is, it depends. If you can afford the price of the commercial space flight, the ticket, then yes, you can go to space if you can afford, for example, the SpaceX, the Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin, all of those commercial space agencies have their own astronaut or space tourist program. So all we have to do is to take the ticket, which costs around millions of dollars, and then take our chance to go to the space. However, it is very not so possible for us as well, because we can't really spend millions of dollars on a space flight opportunity, right? And but also that is not the case. Then those selection process is up to the organizers, so they will choose the right ones. So if you meet the requirements, or if you meet the expectations of them, then you will get the chance to go to the space or the moon. So still, the chances are very less. So my personal belief is that it is better to have one or two opportunities than not having it at all. Because if we are, I think several years ago, we didn't even have this opportunity. From my personal experience in 2019, I was a student, I was an 18-year-old student who went to the space camp. Within the span of 2 years, in 2021, I took part in this contest called Dear Moon, and I was able to reach the fourth phase out of there are 5 phases of their project, which is personally a huge achievement for me. When I turn back and see, what I realize is that it is not impossible. There can be opportunities, there can be such things in the future as well. So apart from actually going to space, there are experiences which you can get here on Earth, which is similar to the experience of going to space. One of such experiences, zero-G flights. Zero-G flights they are basically flights which allows you to have the experience of being in microgravity. So they'll have that sort of opportunity. You'll get that sort of opportunity if you can afford to go on a zero-G flight. And also there are several astronaut training programs such as Project Foursome. They will have flight suit training. They will have underwater astronaut trainings. And also there are other astronaut trainings and simulations. If you can go to the Kennedy Space Center, they will have some astronaut simulations. And also another good place is Space Camp. You can get get a similar experience of going to space. And also analog astronaut missions, which you will be quarantined for a few days or weeks, and you will work on a certain mission, so that eventually you will have the experience of a similar experience of going to space. So if now I just want to say that don't be discouraged, because you might think, oh, I was dreaming of going to space, I really want to become an astronaut. Now that she said all of these things, maybe it will not be possible in the future. Do not think that way, because there will be so many opportunities in the future. I believe if there's a will, there's a way. So don't be discouraged. I just I hope there will be so many opportunities in the future most of the students in this program are between 10 to 15 years old, and it will at least take 10 to 5 years for you to graduate from college and to get involved in the space field or any field that you desire. So there will be more than enough time for you to get ready, and there will be more opportunities, there will be more contests, there will be more organizations. Hopefully there will be even a space agency in Sri Lanka, or at least an international space agency which will recruit international students or Sri Lankans to be part of their space exploration programs as well. So don't be discouraged. I'm just saying that it is not completely, we wouldn't be able to get involved like directly in most of the programs as of now, but in future I hope there will be, and I try to be optimistic as possible, so there will be more opportunities as such in the future. So what can you do in meantime? So you might be wondering, if I have to wait some time, then what can I do in meantime? So I just want to say that discover or reach out for opportunities, learn about space, learn about anything you are passionate about. And also you need to learn about your own passions. Try to understand what you are more passionate about, and then try to, do more of that. It's okay even if you have too many passions. Like for me also, I have a passion for art, I have a passion for space. So it's okay to have too many passions. So when you do something you love, you'll do good at that subject or that field, and you'll achieve good things, and also excel in your desired field or subject. So for example, if you're interested learning about computers, you can get involved in the computer or computer science or software engineering, data science, something like that, and then you can reach your maximum potential, try to reach to the maximum highest education qualification. So when you given the chance to go to such a place like space, or get involved in a program like that, you will outshine the rest of the people. And also always stay updated about the space exploration science, and always stay updated about the opportunities around you. Try to take part in those opportunities to learn. It's okay even if you don't win, just take part and get that opportunity. Put yourself out there, get out of your comfort zone and do things which will eventually progress you to this huge dream. So I just want to say that don't forget to dream big, work hard, and inspire others. That is one of the quotes that I tell myself every day. So dream big. It's all okay to dream big, and you will get a chance to go to space if you really, really dream of going to space. And I would like to end my session with this quote. This is my favorite quote. Magic happens when you don't give up, even though you want to. The universe always falls in love with a stubborn heart. You might not be able to understand what I'm saying right now, but when you get older, you might turn back and see, oh, this is what she said, and it actually makes sense now. So perseverance is one of the key factors that one needs to have in their life, because just keep working hard until you reach your desired goals. So thank you for taking part in this session, and thank you for your participation. I would like to end my presentation, and if you have any questions, you can ask them right now. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for that presentation, Ms. Sandali. It was very wonderful, and I hope all the students were inspired by your wonderful words. So now let's start the question and answer session. So let's begin with Harudit. You may ask your question.
What is it like to be in space?
Okay. So I have actually not been to space myself. So I have only seen from others' perspective what it's like to be in space. So it's an environment with low gravity. We say it's microgravity environment. So you'll be like floating around, and so if you're like in the International Space Station, you'll have a place like this, like in my back. So yeah, space is like a environment which is having microgravity, which can float, which has no considerably low amount of air. So it's even though we dream of going to space, it's very like a critical and extreme environment. It's not a place everybody can survive. In order to survive, we just need to be prepared. We need to be prepared so well. We need to wear the flight suits, the space suit. Yeah. Any more questions? I think
Thank you
I
for that,
received
Ms. Sandali.
I received a direct message from Ayusha or Ayusha.
It's Ayusha. Yes.
Yeah. So he's asking me, are you thinking of going to space? Yes, I do. I do dream of going to space, but it's not like my number one or plan A sort of, because like I mentioned, it's the opportunities are way less. So that's not like my number one dream, but yes, I would love to go to space. Any more questions?
Thyssen, do you have any questions? Okay, looks like Thyssen isn't here. Sudhita?
What did you study for advanced level?
I actually did in physical science stream, which is like physics, combined mathematics, and chemistry.
Okay, Ayusha?
Yes, sir. I asked my question.
Sorry?
Ayusha, do you have a question?
Yes, sir. Where did you go to astronomy camp in Sri Lanka?
I'm not sure about the question. I can't hear well. Can you please type your question so that it will be easier, since I can't clearly hear your voice. Do you have any more questions?
Okay, looks like those are the questions for now. Ayusha, have you sent the question to Ms. Sandali?
Sending.
Okay. So Ayusha will be having the last question.
Yes, so Arundi's question was, can we grow plants in ISS? Yes, it is possible because they do have experiments. They do grow plants in microgravity, but it's not the same way as we do here on Earth. It's since we can't take like the soil and everything to space. They have hydroponics. They have different methods of growing plants in space, but they do grow plants in space. Okay. Ayusha's question was, are there any space-related camps in Sri Lanka? As far as I know, there are night sky observation camps. For example, from the planetarium and the Arthur C. Clarke Center. Other than that, we don't have a space camp. an astronaut training program here in Sri Lanka. The space-related opportunities are very less in Sri Lanka, but you can get involved in local communities, like, for example, your school's astronomical society. Yeah, so it is very limited, but there are space-related camps, for example, like night sky observation camps and solar observation camps.
Okay, so thank you very much for that, Ms. Sandali. So before we wind up, I would like you to give us a brief idea on how you came to the position that you're currently in, so that our students will also have an idea, like since they're beginners. So most of the students here, they are also part of the astronomy camp from Noxilon Institute. So they have been a part of the basic astronomy camp and as well as the advanced. So now that they do have some idea about astronomy, could you give us an idea, how did you start your journey as a student? When you're back in school, how was all the process? Could you explain it briefly, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. So like I said, I was a curious child. I studied on my own. When I was in 6th grade, that was like the first time I got to learn about science, because during our primary years we were only learning about mathematics and environmental studies. So that was like my first time learning science. And also at the same time, I got to know about the astronomical society of our school, and I joined the astronomical society of our school. From that, I was able to learn about telescope, astronomy, space, rockets, and then also I took part in night sky observation camps. I got the chance to observe through telescopes, like that. And then when I was, my passion was like drawing, day by day. So what I learned from school was not enough for me. That's why I reached for like books, internet, YouTube. So platforms like that helped me to learn more about space and astronomy. So it's not only just about learning and exploring it by yourself, but also like reaching out to opportunities so that you can expand your potentials. So as a result, in 2019, I was able to take part in Space Camp. So except for that, I think I took part in the Astronomy Olympiad, which is a national all island competition. And so Space Camp was like a turning point in my life. That is the reason why I strictly told myself that I am going to choose a field or choose a career in space sciences or astronomy. Yes. So that's how it happened. And then after that, after my school years, I started doing my degree. I thought of doing a degree related to space sciences. So that's why I chose to study in a US program. So I studied aerospace engineering. So aerospace engineering, in a sense, I'm majoring in aerospace engineering. So for now I'm in my sophomore year. So I have been studying for like 2.5 years at my college. And then after these 2 years, I completed my associate degree at Broward College. Afterwards, that I need to transfer to another university to complete the rest of my years. So that's how all of these things happen. And for me personally, it was not just doing the things in the ordinary or the traditional way, or doing it the way others do, but also doing your own self-studying and doing your own work, like reaching to opportunities on your own. So that's a thing that was helped me in achieving things. I hope I answered that question.
So that was wonderful, Ms. Sandali. So just want to add more to that. I would like to know, where are you currently following your, your aerospace engineering degree? Plus, how do you get that opportunity for the Mars 24 program? If you don't mind, give us us an idea about? Yeah.
So as we can't study space sciences or aerospace engineering here in Sri Lanka, I decided to join a US program. So I actually joined it through a private university in here in Sri Lanka. So they have partnered with US University, which is my university, the private college. And so it's like a community college. First 2 years you will study about the gender education, all of those. And then for the rest of the 2 years, you will be transferring to another university. So if you prefer to complete your studies at this particular university, you can do that. But for me, I thought I should transfer to another university. So currently, I'm actually deciding on which university to go next. I received admissions from Florida Institute of Technology for BSc in Aeronautical Science with Flight. So that's how I, that's it about my university education. And speaking of the Mars Generation, I joined Mars Generation in 2018. So the Mars Generation is like a non-profit international organization, which means anybody from all around the world can join. But you need to be around the age of, you need to be around the age of 10 to 24. So you can be a part of the Mars Generation. It's all about, learning about STEM or science, and then also inspiring other people around you by sharing your knowledge and helping them also to get involved in such work. So I was constantly doing such work, such as, becoming a leader in my community, becoming a STEM advocate in my community. So as a result, I was selected as one of the Mars Generation 24 under 24 award recipient. So yeah, that's it about the Mars Generation.
Okay, that was wonderful, Ms.Sandali. A very inspiring journey. I believe all the students present here, they would have got a really good understanding about it. And plus, they're very unfortunate because being such a young age, they are able to be a part of the advanced astronomy camp along with paleontology as well as the basic astronomy. So most of the kids who are present here today, they have somewhat a good knowledge on astronomy compared to many other students their age, which is actually a good thing. Plus, as an institute, we are trying our best to provide them more opportunities. So we have been having a lot of webinars in the past few months, and also we'll be having another webinar tomorrow. And Dr. Julian Onions, who is a very profound astrophysicist from the University of Nottingham, will be joining us, which is actually a great opportunity for the students. So, Ms. Sandali, I request, like, if you ever get any opportunities, anything that you come across, it would be great if you can share it with us so that we could help our students also to be enrolled in those opportunities. So that would be great. And before we wind up, I would just like to know if you do have contacts with another Sri Lankan, Sada Harun, I believe. If you do have, like, would be awesome if you can provide the contact to Miss Wendy so that we could get in touch with her as well.
Yeah, sure. Sada is like one of my friends. We call each other the Blue Twins because we always wear the flight suit whenever we are doing a space related or STEM related, speech or a session like this. Yes, sure. I can get you in contact with Sada.
That's wonderful, Ms. Sandali. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. It was very interesting. I enjoyed your presentation very well. I believe all the students present here too enjoyed it. So thank you very much. Hope to see you again on another day. So have a nice day. Good evening.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Bye, Miss.
Okay, have a good day.
Next time.
Have a nice
Bye.
day.
Good night. See you next time.
Have a nice day, miss.